Alright, so here is a review of Maha Chanok. And I reviewed Maha Chanok before in the past. So this is not the first time I've tasted it. So it's the middle of December right now, and I think I noted this before when I talked about Maha Chinook, is that there's probably at least 3 or 4 different strains of Maha Chinook on there. They all seem to kind of have this, similar fruits, similar growth habits, but there might be some slight differences, which it could be blooming, it could be like aroma. Who knows what it is? I haven't had all these different strains. This strain of mine right now is a very good grower, very disease resistant, and a very vertical grower, which a lot of the Mahas all seem to have. I have friends that grow ones that have strong aroma, ones that has been blooming like in October, November. Mine doesn't do that, and mine does not have much of an aroma. Like there's not much there. It's like maybe, the smell of like greens or something. Like if you had cut like some grass or like the stems of flowers. It's nothing very strong. But from my understanding, there's ones that fill up the room, and I had some from Florida before that. Like the aroma just fills up the room. This doesn't have that, but I did get some scions of strains that are supposed to be very strongly aromatic. So that's kind of my attempt to try to at least gather a lot of the strains and see if they all do well. Maha Chanok is one variety, at least this strain. I'm testing out the other strain that I would highly recommend for California. It grows it pushes out very long inner nodes. Even if it has just like 2 or 3 flushes a year, it's just like these huge long inner nodes. So they grow pretty well. They don't seem to, the strain I have doesn't seem to want to branch that well. So you're gonna have to prune it if you want it to branch. But it goes strong, long inner nodes and thick inner nodes. And in terms of the blooms and disease resistance, it sets fruit pretty easily. It sets fruit with like minimal spraying. Maybe you spray once and it would set fruit. And even the nubbins that they produce, so this is a full-size fruit, but I had nubbins that was produced on the first bloom that set some fruit. And this one is like a later bloom. But on that earlier bloom, it set fruits, and even the nubbins are really kind of good-sized nubbins. They don't tend to crack or anything like that. They're good size and they got a nice shape to them. So it's definitely a variety I recommend. So far, people ask me like what mango would I recommend for them, and I would say Maha. You're not gonna be like, you're gonna like the taste, unless you're very picky or something. You're gonna like the taste, but you're not gonna be wowed by it. It's a classic kind of tasting mango with a mixture of classic and Thai flavors. You're not gonna be tasting any of those new kind of flavor profile like such as citrus or coconut or anything like that. That's not in this flavor profile, so you're not gonna be kind of wild by it. But I mean, you gotta love this mango. It's just a good mango in all aspects of it. Like this will be the top one I would recommend for people who just when people ask me, hey, what should they grow, what's the best for weather, and I would say Maha Chanok is one. It's just it grows well, it's disease resistant, and it's just like such a beautiful fruit. Look at this red on it. It's yellow on this side, right? But any area that gets exposed to the sun, it's just like this really nice red blush. It is so easy to pick too. Such an easy mango to pick. You can pick it a little bit early; it would still ripen, and you pick it a little bit late. Like even when the yellowing starts kind of developing on the beak, it doesn't ripen unevenly. It still ripens evenly, even though you get a bunch of yellow on it. Like everything about this mango is just like just amazingly like good. Like it's good. It's not the best of it, right? But you know, the taste is good, and the taste to me is always like an 8 out of 10. The growth is like a 9 or a 10. You know, the disease resistance is probably the best disease resistant variety I've grown so far. You know, it's productive, it's disease resistant, doesn't need a lot of spraying. You know, it sets fruit like crazy. Even the nubbins it sets fruit doesn't split. Everything about it is just great. It's a beautiful beautiful mango. I'm sorry, beautiful mango. If that's not usually even one of my criterias, but as a mango, it's just so beautiful. You know? Okay, I am gonna go ahead and cut this open. Look at this. Has a deep yellow that's almost like orangey, like maybe a light orange, I would say. Very juicy. Only downside about it is the skin is awful. It's not even like bad. I would say the skin is awful. You have to avoid the skin. It's like so astringent. So it has like sub acidity to it that reminds you of classic mango. It has like a lot of those honey aspects that reminds you of a Thai mango, even a little bit of like a toffle, you know. Very nicely sweet. Lots of sub acidity. The texture is great. There's only fiber near the skin, like very little fiber near the skin. Again, the only thing is the skin is pretty horrible tasting. Not just bad, it's horrible tasting. You gotta stay away from that. You could scrape the skin, which is what I like to do with my mangoes, but just don't eat it. With a hint of kind of flowiness at the end, but nothing strong like the Thai mango or anything like that. Lots of the Thai mango, the flowiness in it is more like it's more kind of like how I would describe it. It's a little bit like flowers, you know. It's like a nectar and flowers. That's how I would describe a little bit of that finish on some Thai mangoes, and this Maha has a bit of it too. Versus like a Indian spice mangoes, has a bit of flowiness to the Indian spice mango. Has more like a flowiness where you kind of condense it to almost like a perfume or something like that. like a cooking spice. You kind of condense it into that, and then you add it to the flour. While lots of these Thai mango, it's more like a kind of less intense foreignness to it, I would say. Very good mango, what can I say? I recommend all you guys, you're not too picky on the flavor, you want something a little bit classic, a little bit Thai, somewhere in between. I could see everyone liking this. I mean, anyone who likes classic mangoes would like this. If you like Atafa mangoes, you probably like this. If you like Thai mangoes, you probably like this too, but it probably doesn't have enough. If you're a very huge fan of Thai flavored mangoes, maybe it doesn't have quite enough of that for you, but has all that in there. Okay, guys, well, that is my review of Maha Chanok. It's California Golden Mango here in December. All right, thanks everyone.